Paradigm B is where we live in this elevated state where we feel much more elevated, clear-headed, energy glowing, and moving towards. So we're making all of our choices in life in that, making decisions, choosing the thoughts that we like from paradigm B. So how do we get from paradigm A to paradigm B? We want to do that in the fastest way possible. Well, one of the really big blocks is that people figure out that it's heavy in paradigm A. And then they reach out for philosophy, psychology, healing, processing. They do all of these different things that basically are hoops to try to get to this new elevated state. Well, if you want to get there as quick as you possibly can, here is an idea. Just consider that you're trying to get away from all the conditioning. You're trying to get away from the idea of the trauma that you're working on. You are trying to get the patterns that you have been living, the unconscious patterns that you've been living. You're trying to get rid of them. How do you do that? Well, you always you're trying to keep a sense of this elevated state. And when you're not doing that, or if you're having thoughts that aren't bringing you to that, consider this idea of a pantry. That what you're doing is you're going back into your old patterns. You're going back into the pantry where there's stale food, where there is rotten mold and everything else inside there, and you're trying to process the world through paradigm A. So how do you get to paradigm B? Well, if you're not in that elevated state, you're not experiencing that, then you just consider your thoughts when you come aware of that, and you change your thoughts until you get back into that elevated state. And we'll talk a lot more about that kind of stuff.